good evening, and in the middle, good afternoon. Skipped out, good afternoon. Welcome everybody to SOMA Breath, Breathe Together Sunday. Let's share the love with our symbol. We're all here, as you know, to raise our level of vibrational energy. I invite you all to please turn your cameras on as this community grows and grows every single week. Let's show our faces and show up. So we're here for one another, okay? So, hi there, Michelle. Just caught you in time. There you go. And welcome to everybody watching and tuning in on YouTube as well. Please do join us inside our Zoom room. We have a huge capacity in here to have you all here. So it would be wonderful to have you in our presence so that you can also show up and show your faces and get to know each other a little bit better. Also, please do share this link. You know, this is a free event. So if you can think of anyone that you think should be here or who's not really doing anything today and you think they could do with this, please just share the link. Amber's dropping the link in on YouTube and here. And I know this is going to be an absolutely phenomenal session. We're going to be joined with our founder, Niraj Naik, the founder of SOMA Breath. You are going to be bedazzled by everything that goes on. The music is going to be so sensorial. You will be asking me in between during the session, when can we watch this again? Will this be available on replay? So I'm telling you now, it will stay up on YouTube for maybe 2 days or so, or maybe a bit longer, because we are celebrating a special week this week. But also, it will be in the app and on our membership. So sign up for our app as soon as you can so that you're all part of this amazing community. So this week is Mental Health Awareness Week. Okay, this is a topic that is huge and very, very close to our heart and to all of yours. I know we've either all suffered from it or know somebody who's suffered from it. And that little smile, which I can see that Shayla is giving right now on the screen, which is really big, huge smile like that from Barry, from all the people I'm seeing on my screen right now, from Emma. Those smiles, that little hello, that little gesture of just helping somebody, opening a door for someone, can break the internal torment that's going on with somebody in their minds. And this is when so many of our instructors are so important to us all, because you are the vehicles that take our techniques and everything that you learn from us and help people break the barrier of mental health and the problems that are associated with it. So if you have, and I know I can recognize a lot of you on the screen have said, oh, I just want to be an instructor. I don't have the funds. I don't have the time. I don't know how to get involved in it. We have something special that we'll be launching very, very soon. And you could well become an instructor and not have any of those problems or worries as your obstacle. But I will keep that for later so that you can all experience what we have here for you right now, and so that your mind doesn't wander now into your future already. I'll allow Niraj to guide you that way. But do stay tuned, because we do have something very special to announce at the end of this. So without further ado, I want everybody to have their hands in shape like this to welcome our founder, Niraj Naik, who I believe is joining us. Niraj, thank you for joining us too, who's joining us from Colombia and Mountains of Hope. So I think that's where you are, Niraj. I hope that I've got that right. And let me unmute him so that he can tell us exactly what's going on. Hi there, and welcome, Niraj, to this very special Breathe Together Sunday.
Yes, indeed. So you can see behind me is our group. Some of them are already left, but this is like the last day of the retreat. So it's been quite an emotional experience for everybody coming here to this incredible place called Mountains of Hope, which is one of the most spectacular retreat centers ever. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. So they're the first SOMIs to come here and experience this place, and we're definitely going to be doing a lot more retreats and experiences like this here as well in the future. So stay posted. From around November onwards, we're going to be doing these amazing transformational retreat experiences at Mountains of Hope, because it has every facility that I've always dreamed of. It has the perfect climate, never gets too hot, never gets too cold. It's been a little bit rainy, but it doesn't even matter when it rains because it's so nice, the climate. And they have this incredible pool with 3 types of pools. They have cold plunge, very cold plunge, a big jacuzzi that can fit about 10 people. And how was the jacuzzi experience yesterday? The SOMA Rebirth.
That's crazy.
Best ever.
It was
Insane.
it was
You're
insane.
really teasing us, Niraj. This is not fair.
It was really epic. Yeah, and so they have this really amazing hot tub where we do these breathwork experiences. It's like a total rebirth. It's our most advanced techniques, and we only do this in our retreats. And then we have like a sauna. We have the whole biohacking center. People here have been doing all these extra treatments. They have like sticking needles in their ears and having the whole body transformed using special frequencies. So yeah, we've got it all here. We've got everything you could possibly need.
So Niraj, you said you're going to have more retreats then, you think, after the autumn?
Of course, from like around November is the plan.
Okay, so remember everybody, please join. I've told you all the time, please join, follow us on Facebook and on Instagram to really when they say to send in your emails so that we can send you emails out as soon as everything is ready. And that way you are first to hear about what's going on at SOMA Breath, because what often happens is we announce it and then everybody just bombards us and say, I didn't know that this was going on, I missed out. So please join us, and then you can be first on the list. So Niraj, we were saying that it is Mental Health Awareness Week, and when we asked you how you wanted to theme this, we've got the title of Breathing Together for Global Peace and Unity, which is a heavy topic that influences our mental well-being, right? So please tell us a bit more about what your intention is for us today.
Yeah, certainly. So I think the most important aspiration that everybody should have to strive for is what's going to bring you peace of mind. And right now the world is going through crazy chaos, and it's hard to maintain that state of peace of mind. But with chaos comes also growth, evolution, and humanity evolves as a result of suffering and pain, and it's always happened. It's been going on for since we have any recorded history. There's always moments of crazy anguish, war, conflict, and there's also moments of peace and tranquility. And it coexists also on the same planet. There's places where people are living in absolute abundance, others are really suffering. But it's actually always been that way. There's never been any different to that. And what I've realized peace of mind is all about is coming to terms with that fact, that actually there is a dark and light, a shadow and the light always coexisting together at once. And there's a dance between the two. So some people want to fight their shadows and their darkness. And that's when you get into pain, you get into turmoil, because it's a never-ending battle. But when you learn to dance with that dark that resides in every single one of us, the shadows, we can transcend it, we can overcome it. And this is what SOMA Breath is all about, is having the tools to understand exactly what your shadows are and to work with them and make them into your allies rather than your enemies. And I believe that true change, true evolution comes when we go within, when we make the change from inside us. And this requires us to become responsible about our actions. And this is called growing up. Like just here we did this incredible Temescal experience, which was like a rebirth. We went into this, they have an amazing Temescal here. And a shaman came from the local area. And he was so wise, he had so much wisdom. And, a lot of what he was talking about was this idea of change comes from within. And the Temescal represents the church of purification. You go in there, your soul gets cleansed, gets purified. And it's a way for you to release a lot of the toxicity that can end up in our minds, from toxicity from food to toxicity of the environment, the information. We have to go through periods of cleansing. And so this session today is going to be all about that, about cleansing and purifying the inner toxicity that creates the voice in the head that takes us off our path and makes us unhappy, depressed. So SOMA Breath is all about changing this voice in the head. If you think about life, it's really a result of you listening to that voice in the head and making decisions. So if you want to make quality decisions and be happy, everyone wants to find some form of happiness. We've got to learn to, pay attention to this voice when we need it, but also to transcend it when it's clearly taken us off our path. Because this voice in our head, this conscious mind, which comes from our thinking part, the brain's version of the ego, gets confused sometimes. It gets programmed, and the programming is based on years of conditioning, right from an early age. So practices like breathwork and temazcal and purification practices are amazing ways to cleanse and purify. And here's another thing, what I've realized from speaking to people through hundreds of retreats that we've done, there's been so many people that I've worked with over the years, is that actually a lot of the problems that people have come from the home itself. So relationships, okay? For me, relationships are the spice of life. That's what gives meaning and purpose and fulfillment and love, that you can't really describe, that love within a family. And one of the big problems we're seeing in the world today is so much conflict within the household. And, people also carrying a lot of guilt and shame of relationships that haven't quite worked out. So what I really want to do today is to bring in this masculine and feminine energy together as a whole, and to embrace both sides through this journey that we're going to do together. Because that's when we create true peace of mind, when we understand the masculine and feminine within each of us. And also that will help us then understand how to relate better to people of the opposite sex, right, and gender. So that connection, that magic between a union between two polar energies coming together is what creates life. It creates the most beautiful creation on this planet. And I've got a daughter, right? And it's one of the most beautiful, incredible things to have ever happened to my life. And it came because of a perfect union between me and my wife, Natasha. And today's Mother's Day. So I want to give a shout out to all the mothers, because seriously, you do the most important job on the planet, taking care of the children, raising them, and giving birth itself is such a commitment. It's such a incredible, sacrifice in a way, because you have to go through so much to deliver a baby. There's a lot of transformation, pain, but also a lot of growth that happens through that process. So men, I want to inspire you to become better men, to understand your other half, to really embrace that union, that love within the family unit. Because for this world to become a better world, we need more of that connection coming together in a wholesome way. Because right now, unfortunately, if you just see the way society is evolving, it's all about dividing, even men and women apart, or confusing the genders completely. And children being raised right now incredibly confused. And to me, it's quite alarming, actually, the way things are happening, in certain parts of the world, especially with education. So I want to really honor the polar energies today, masculine and feminine. I actually learned a lot from one of our instructors who I want to give a shout out to today, Claudia, who's in the room right there. She's one of our most committed, driven instructors right from the beginning. She comes to a lot of our retreats and is one of our mentors. And she's an expert in working with women who are going through that change, the menopause. So, that's a really dramatic shift. There's so much hormonal shifts that happen during that period of life. And men don't always understand this. They don't always know how to deal with this. And actually, if you think about it, every single month, there's a few days in a month where women can completely change and become different personalities. And men don't always know how to deal with this. It took me a few attempts through my 20s of different relationships to figure out, okay, how to deal with this as a man, right? And, you know, it's quite a dramatic shift that happens. So I've learned a lot from Claudia about understanding female energy, hormones, how it shifts, especially during menopause. And she does an amazing class herself. Her energized breath meditations, I'd say, have super inspired me. And we're definitely going to do more together, because that Latin spirit, the Afro-Latin vibes that she brings, is like next level. And it really helps women to connect back with their bodies, because unfortunately, the way the world is going as well in certain places, the female are getting often disconnected from their bodies. And, you know, doctors don't always know how to deal with the female health. They treat men and women the same. There's a lot of fallacies. So with SOMA Breath, you know, I want to announce that Claudia is going to be delivering a lot of this training to help make SOMA Breath more friendly to both women and men.
Niraj, I hope you don't mind, I've just spotlighted Claudia, since you're mentioning her quite often. I think it'd be nice to actually see her. Look for you in the room. I saw you have your laptop there, so I knew I could pin you now. Do you just want to say something? Because we're all very grateful for what you do.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me well?
We'll say hello for everybody. They're all muted. So I'll say hello to everyone.
Hello. Yes. Well, first, I'm very, very grateful for being in this part of the world, South America, and be with Niraj and all of these beautiful instructors also here, joining and building this beautiful energy that is the masculine and the feminine. I'm very, very excited about what we can start delivering with Niraj, also about the movement, the body, how you can connect with tribal intuitive dance and breath work. It's been an amazing experience for me as well. And a beautiful journey of how I've been able to see women embracing again the power, embracing aging, embracing becoming wisdom, connecting again with the feminine. Okay, we are women, even if we're 50, 60, 70, 80, it doesn't matter. But of course, I understand that all the social bombarding telling you that that's not okay, you know, that you have to behave in some way when you're older, right? It's not true. Okay, so I'm very happy that we can start joining that in SOMA Breath as for women, but also men. I have to say that we've been doing a lot of exercises here, trying to connect again with what we need for men. Like we need your protection, guys. We need you to protect us, to be able to express more our feminine instead of fighting with you. We need you to protect us as a mountain. Imagine the Andes. We are in the Andes here. The Andes is the protection of the masculine, bringing in a space for the women to express and to create, because the feminine is the creation. We will create a beautiful world with you. We will create a beautiful world for you and your kids if you really allowed us to shine, and if we can really feel your support, your protection. So that is that we're, you know, building here in Colombia. And this place, guys, believe me, is next level venue. I've been in other retreats with SOMA in Ibiza, but this place is next level venue. We have everything for you to really feel how profound and deeply you can become as instructors. Okay, we become magicians as SOMA Breath instructors. And here in this place, you will feel yourself, the transformation, because people here are completely transformed. Their faces are different. The energy is different. Okay, so, and of course, meeting all of these people is beautiful, but again, feeling yourself, because we have a body to feel, and we need to come again to that, okay, is amazing place. It's a beautiful, it's not only because it's Colombia, it's because it's really a next level venue. It's so well done.
Thank
So
you,
I'm super excited.
Claudia. The passion coming across in your voice is just tangible. I think we can all feel it. So thank you. And also, we've watched you go through the process as an instructor with the menopause and everything. So I think it's beautiful that you're the one now leading this as part of SOMA Breath, you know, because we've watched you show us that it works. So thank you so much for that. Thanks, Claudia. Oh, I have to unmute Niraj again. Okay, Niraj?
Yes. So on that vibe, what I'm going to actually invite Claudia to do is she's going to show you, like, so we've been doing a lot of dancing here, as you can imagine, right? So, but Claudia is really good at teaching African dance moves. So I'm going to play one of my new tracks. I've got a whole album coming out. I'm kind of half African because my dad's from Uganda, and so it's a big part of me, this African tribal music. So what was so cool to see was like how Claudia had made a whole choreograph to all of my Afro house tracks. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. We need to go on stages doing this together. So I invite everybody to get on stage, yeah. Imagine
Get on
you're
stage,
right
exactly.
now.
And Niraj, I just
Yeah.
want to point out, I want to say to everybody, since this is Mental Health Awareness Week, just with this one dance that we're going to do, which I don't even know which track it is, let us know how you feel later
Yeah.
as opposed to now, right? Because I just know it's already going to change you, okay? Let's
Well,
up on our feet, guys.
First, on a scale of 0 to 10, have a think about where you are right now on that scale. Check in with that. And make a note of it. 10 is the most ecstatic, 0 is the least. And then see how you feel after this little bit of a dance class by Claudia. So Claudia, do you want to come a bit more center? I'm going to get out of the way. All right?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to be like this.
Okay, let's get wild.
Let's get wild. Let's get wild. Okay, let's do it. So
Okay, connect with your breathing.
you just share the sound.
Start breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Ooh.
Yeah. So cool. So cool. Yes. How much fun was that? Yes, yes. All right. So, how good was that? I want to see the hearts in the comments for Claudia and for yourselves. Okay, yes. Do you like the music? Yes, yes. Amazing. 10 plus, 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 plus. Loads of hearts. Yes, yes. Big love to Brooke. Amazing. Super fun. All right, so actually, I don't know if you know, but in Kenya, very recently, there was big floods. There's been massive floods all around the world, actually. Dubai, Brazil, Kenya, and the singers of that track, the first one and the second one, they're both Kenyan singers. And their houses are completely destroyed, their studios, they lost everything in the floods. So I'm considering doing, I've already sent them some money, but I'm considering doing a bit of a crowdfund for our Kenyan musicians because they are such a core part of our community. Like the songs like Ama Mavida, Heaven, all of these amazing songs with these fantastic singers is this incredible talent from Kenya. So yeah, so we're going to also dedicate this experience to that suffering that's going on in the world today, which is all these crazy floods suddenly coming out, of nowhere. So, so invite everybody to find a nice, comfortable space. Brilliant, and thank you so much for the support. Beautiful. So, we're going to today. We're going to do a slight different breathing pattern. It's the same pattern, but the way we do the breath is going to be modified because we're going to really soften the heart today. See, in relationships, what often happens when you're in a partnership where there's a lot of conflict is the heart can get closed because the heart is how we connect to each other through the soul level, spiritual level. And when there's like trust issues, when there's boundaries that are broken, when there's guilt and shame, things like that, the heart becomes closed. And when there's distrust, especially of things that's going on in the world, the heart can get closed. So the problem with that is, and sometimes it's important to have a heart that's in tune, that's intuitive, that can tell what's right and wrong for you. But sometimes it can become irrational. It can close us to a lot of opportunity. And for this world to become a better, more trusting place for everyone, we need to open the hearts. So the way we're going to do that, simple technique, and you can also do this any other time. If you feel tension, if you feel anxious, if you feel worried, if you feel like a lack of trust, you can soften the heart. So I'm going to start with some meditative music that's going to help you get into the state to do exactly that. That's right. So just bear with me as we begin. So I invite you to bring your awareness to the heart. That's right. Tune into the heart as though the heart is all that is right now in this moment. Feel into this special part of you that is also conscious and in tune. In tune to what's right, what's just, what's fair. Heart is also the source of gratitude, passion, joy. We feel these emotions usually in our heart center. Heart is also the source of a deeper connection to each other, empathy. The heart can also get tight and closed. And the heart can be a source of contraction. Saying no more than saying yes. Choosing to stay alone rather than together. I want you to check in with your heart right now. By first taking a deep breath in. Imagine you're breathing this air into the heart. Hold and let go. Just letting go. Allowing your breath to just fall. Feeling the relaxation in your chest. Try it once again, breathing in. And letting go. That sigh of good feelings that resonates with the heart. Breathing in. And letting go. Again, allow it to soften, breathing in. You may even feel a tremble, a tremor, as you really relax this area where we hold so much tension. Breathing in. It's alright, really letting go. With every inhale and exhale, just practicing that, letting go on the exhale. Breathing in. And letting go. Breathing in. And letting go. Yes. Just practice that letting go. That sound resonates with your heart. Breathing in. Letting go. Yes. Breathing in. Letting go. Yes. Keep practicing in that breath. Subtle in through the nose. Letting go on the exhale with that sound. Not forced, not not like painful or tense, just relaxed. Like you're breathing in a beautiful aroma something that makes you feel so good when you smell it. Letting go of that blissful sensation. That sound you make when you feel really blissed. That's right. Just effortlessly letting go on the exhale. As human beings, as lovers of life, as fixers, as people pleasers, as responsible citizens on earth, we often carry a lot of tension here in the heart. And sometimes we forget to let go and release that tension. So now's your opportunity just to finally let go and release all that tension from the heart that you carry. Breathing in and letting go. That's right. Breathing in and letting go. Breathing in and letting go. That's right. Keep that going, keep that rhythm. Find your rhythm. You may even notice that you shake a little, tremor a little, as you truly let go of that tension. Of pleasure with every exhale, the way you let go from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, running through your heart, letting go. Allow it to soften. Allow it to relax. That's right. Becoming more and more relaxed. Because you are amazing. Miracles of life. So just open your heart. Allow that love to pour in, that healing light within. Sacred essence, the life force. That's right. connect in that rhythm. Notice that now the sun is within the area of your heart, lighting up your entire spirit. Notice the sun growing, starting as a glimmer, and then this circle of light growing, expanding, radiating with every breath you take in and out. That's right. Gravity to allow your breath to fall with no force, pure relaxation. Notice the tension releasing in the area of your heart right now. Breathe in. And breathe into the heart, into the solar plexus, up into the heart area, circulating round through the crown, illuminating you with this light. In that sun radiating out all over your entire body, into you, around you, within you. That's right. With a hum. Again. Allowing the heart to soften more, becoming completely relaxed, at peace with everything, with all that is, here and now, this eternal now moment. For this first round, I just want you to breathe into the heart. The same method of just letting go. No force on the exhale, just letting go of all resistance, all blocks, all obstacles for you to embrace connection, love, love from above. This universal love. Connect to this spirit once again, here and now. As a channel through the heart. And give yourself a moment to now just connect deeply with that essence within. Noticing that the color of the sun, the rays, is what you're breathing in deep to the core of who you truly are. So let's begin.
out.
abdomen. In. Sex. Out. Upper chest. In. Lower back. Letting go. Out. Allowing yourself to in. Hold your breath. Become completely still. Notice that sun in the heart shining bright, illuminating you, the core of who you truly are. Get that big urge to breathe. Override that first urge, stepping slightly beyond the comfort zone, and then take a deep breath all the way in, sending that energy up and up and up into the heart. With the sound of process of charging up the vibration of the hearts, LOVE. Witness that sun that radiates at the center. So get ready to breathe together. Keeping that same process, softening the heart, connecting to that light within. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3. A deep breath in. Holding in that light, that sacred vessel, the rhythm, the pulse of humanity. And then let go. Allow your breath to come to a natural stop. It pauses by itself. No force. Play with that energy. When you can't hold it any longer, breathe it in. Release with a tone. You are love. Love is who you truly are. Open the portal right now to pure love from above as we breathe together. Charging up the energy center. This time, as you breathe in, you squeeze up the sphincter muscles and let go on the exhale. Breathing through the pelvic floor, squeezing and letting letting go on the exhale. breath in. And just allow your breath to fall. As you connect with that spirit within. No force. Just allowing your breath to come to a natural pause. Yes. Because you are amazing. Miracles of life. You already have everything you need to receive. As you enter into the silence within, the core of who you truly are, the depth of your being. Hold your breath for as long as you can, but without force or strain. Enjoy this moment of pure connection to Source. That's right. Noticing that there is now a sun beaming from the heart, radiating your love. Yes. Allowing the waves of pleasure. As you connect to the breath, the mirror of your heart, of your emotions. Think of all of the things you love right now at this incredible planet Earth. And witness its creation come forth as man and woman unite in love, connecting deeply to that inner peace from above. Yes. From that union of love came your life, all life. The most perfect chemistry that created life here on planet Earth. I want you to imagine right now, as we breathe together, you're making love to this divine union, the universe that's channeling through you right now. The universe is breathing with you, making love to you. And together, we give birth to the new earth. start to tremor, vibrate, as you let go of this tension. Release the resistance from the heart. Allowing that relaxation to flow all the way down to your chest, your abdomen, into the sex, making that connection. From the root to the top of your head. Radiating the sun, the light of the sun, within the heart, through the sex, around the universe, to the top of your head. Breathe in that love, a universal love without condition. That's right. Breathe in. Imagining right now you are connecting to that divine light, your higher self, that loves you unconditionally, that supports you on this mission. Wants you to find love, to embrace love. It's a great love. That's right. Breathe it into every cell of your being right now. This divine union, pure, positive love. That's right. that love. Breathe it in, breathe it in. Let it all go. Allowing your breath to come to stillness with no force.
Waking up to thunder, waking up to nature's grace, waking up to tension, waking up to tenderness, and I'm tomorrow's child, and walk into the light, to the light. I walk into the light. Waking up to silence, waking up to peace, waking up to heartbeats, waking up to breathe, and I'm tomorrow's child, and walk into the light, to the light. I walk into the light. Waking up to daylight, waking up to new beginnings, waking up to endings, waking up to sing, and I'm tomorrow's child, and I walk into the light, to the light. I walk into the light, and I'm tomorrow's child. I'm tomorrow's child, and
Listen deeply to that inner truth. And listen to where resistance came from. Just protection. Sometimes it's protection against deep connection. Because for something to come to you that you love to be taken away can be very painful for the heart. So the practice is to think of what brings you peace of mind, joy. From a state of peace, you can invite love in. And if love goes, as it inevitably shall, you are still okay, still at peace. So as you come to this end of this practice, I invite you to contemplate on everything in your life right now and inspirations that may have come from this experience. And start to pay attention to what brings you peace, what brings you joy to your heart, what truly brings you peace and joy. And what are your true values, your core values? And if you're holding on to any guilt, sadness, sorrow, shame, disappointment, hate, then just allow your heart to soften. As humanity needs to evolve out of this petty differences and intolerances. This begins with each and every one of you within. What do you need to let go of now? What things are you attached to from the past? Are you holding on to hate, blame? The past is the past. It does not equal the future, unless you allow it to. So a practice to soften the heart, to let go of the pain from the past, and to become open in your heart to trust, connect, find the others who share your common core values, and release attachment and let go of the things that don't serve you on this mission. And understand that sometimes you hold on to things even though they're not good for you, purely because of this attachment, this fear that if you let go, something will happen. Sometimes the most incredibly loving thing you can do is just to let go, soften and open the heart and shine pure love. That's right. So let's all together take a deep breath, breathing in. And just letting go. Oh, yes. So much love, positive energy for your day ahead, your whole life ahead. Bring your awareness back into the present moment, into the body, wiggling your toes, your fingers, stretch. And this can be quite a difficult practice for a lot of people. And a lot of tension can be released, so make sure you spend a bit of time today just on your own, reflecting, drink, hydrate, journal, and accept. Start today with acceptance. This imperfectly perfect world. That's right.
Thank you so much for that, Niraj. That was incredibly, incredibly powerful, and it was just so full of love. This session, I feel it was full of the potential and possibilities that we can rise from the darkness that you were talking about, individually and together. I think you've just shown the power of community, of how we have come together today, and we're not so alone, that we are here for each other. And it brought to mind that saying, where your attention or your intention goes, energy flows. So whilst in this world, the news is bombarding us with so much negativity, that is where it's like forcing us for our attention to go there. And I think you have just brought us back home, brought us back to the heart, the mind, the soul. And like you said, it was very powerful. I really encourage people to journal what came out today, so that if you do revisit this session, knowing how powerful it is, you yourself can see the progress, and what else comes out, and what you have managed to release. We got a comment here from I think it's Angela Carpenter. Thank you. My heart is blocked. I definitely felt a lot of pain releasing from my heart. Thank you, she says. So we invite you to share with us. I know this might be quite difficult to share with how you felt. It might be even better if you come on and speak rather than having to write it all down in the comment box now. So if you're feeling like you want to share, please do so. There are others here who may be feeling emotions that they don't want to talk about, or they're embarrassed to, and if they hear you bring them up, they realize they really aren't alone. And I already see a hand up here, so let's call on Barry. And let's bring you up here, Barry. And if you could just unmute, please. Hi, Barry. Welcome.
And thanks, Wilma. I was first off, before I just briefly talk about my actual experience, it struck me that the focus for our meditation together as a community today was the sun. And as all of you know, at least in North America, we've been witnessing some absolutely spectacular northern lights. And to think that what's called a disruption on the surface of the Earth, which is 16 times larger than the Earth itself, this disruption creates a magnetization of energy around the Earth, and beauty is created. And I just thought, in a time when the world seems so fragmented and so broken at so many different levels, and people are looking straight ahead, I thought the symbolism of looking to the sky, of looking to the heavens and seeing a light show, seeing something that can't be repeated. And it felt like there were moments that draw us into the present moment, into being present to ourselves. It feels like that wasn't a mistake, that the universe was offering a gift to us and a reminder to look up, and to allow beauty, to allow just the magic of beauty and art in motion to touch us and open our hearts. I, for the first time during that, had, I guess, what you would call a full body orgasm. I just had energy just running through my body. I've never experienced that before. And there was the word that came to me, there was fear, because there's a lot of fear still in my life. Fear to risk being myself, fear to express my magnificence. But separation was a big word that came to me, that ultimately so much of the pain is we're separated first from ourselves and from our own heart, and then we're separated from others because of that, and finding ways of opening and softening the heart to realize that we are all one. I can't say enough, Niraj, about this community, this tribe that your vision, your energy has invited. And in the middle of it, I just thought, wow, to think that I'm literally breathing together in this experience with people literally all over the world. I mean, it was talking about a beautiful healing thing. So thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Barry. It's beautiful. So what we just did there is a tantric practice that really does, if you do it correctly, open the heart, and the bliss that can really be released from the letting go of the tension, contraction that we always have stored, everyone has it, can release this full body bliss, the neurosomatic bliss state that I talk about a lot in SOMA Breath, which is a state where manifesting is most powerful. But a lot of resolution can happen, a lot of past programming can recorrect itself and rewire itself in that moment. So big changes can happen from these practices. And you can start to become really open to more opportunities as well, possibilities. And the sun, for me, has always been like the symbol of the heart of the solar system. It's the pulse that gives the life to the planets. And so for me, naturally, it's the symbol of the heart too. For me, it's the sun. And when we open our heart, I really believe it's like the love is pouring in, like a shining light from the sun within. And when we connect to that, when we're in a time of difficult situations, it can give us a lot of peace. And this was actually one of the first times I cried for a long time in a session myself. So yeah, it was very deeply moving. So thank you so much for that feedback, Barry. Respect.
Thank you, Niraj. And what you were talking about, the heart, and what Barry was saying as well. Veronique says here, thank you so much. My heart is really blocked. And finally, she felt a lot of pain releasing from her heart. So if you use that, what Niraj has just said about the sun, and feeling that your heart is beginning to open and receive the warmth and the heat of that sun, it will really, really help you. And remember, it's very important. This is why we go deeper in SOMA Breath, and we tell you to do this regularly, because for some of you, this could be your first session with us, and it's highlighted something that needs to be released, and you need to keep coming back to the practice to be able to fully release all of this. So thank you so much, Barry, for sharing with us. We have some hands up here. Martin, would you like to join us? And then Mia, you're next. If you want to turn your camera on and be ready, please do so. Martin, would you like to join us here, please? If you can unmute, please. Hi there,
Yes,
Martin. Welcome.
hello.
Hello.
Let's see. So I have a comment and a question. My mother passed away on April 4th, and I've been going through various states of grief and exaltation. I really it's my philosophy that death really is a transformation. And so I've had very normal human moments of heartbreak and crying and wailing for my mama, and other moments where I feel her so close to me, like her soul is unbounded now. She is still, she's no longer the mom that I knew. She is her essence and her soul. And so I woke up today on Mother's Day wondering how I would feel. I didn't make up a story about it, but I felt bleary-eyed and tired and a little sad, and I didn't know about this, and I found out about it about 15 minutes before, and thought, well, this is perfect timing. And so while I was breathing, I could just feel my mother so close to me. I could feel her just permeating my cells. She is so happy and joyful, and I can feel her love more now that she's dead or wherever she is than I could when she was alive. When she was alive, there was stuff between us, and we have karma and whatever, but now she's pure love. And this gave me an opportunity to be really to be present to it. So thank you for this. So that's my comment. My question is, this is a very practical question. I am very interested in being a SOMA breath instructor, but the model of just learning on my own does not work for me. And I remember an email a couple of months ago from you that you were thinking of starting an actual weekly cohort. And so I'm just wondering where that is. So that's my comment and my question.
Good question. Well, firstly, thank you so much for the incredible feedback. Like, you really, just spoke like a lot of things on my mind. And like my dad died during COVID. I lost my father. We also had a lot of conflicts, but things got better actually when he got sick actually. So we grew closer as a result. But I had to really come to terms with letting go, because there was a lot of things I wish I could have done for my dad that I wasn't able to. And here's the thing, a lot of people get stuck in the past and they can't move on. And I think that's because of the cultural hypnosis that distracts us. And these practices really helps us to just connect back into the soma, the body, the somatic intelligence, and let go of that tension. Because once that tension goes, you can be yourself again. You can find your truth again. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing. And where are you based in the world?
I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Okay, so we will be doing like in-person trainings in Denver. So that's a place where you can go and connect with other people. And the way our courses are designed, they're already pretty kind of community driven. Although people start at different times, it's a very active group and everyone's supporting each other. And we are thinking of doing these cohorts, but I'm not sure quite when that's going to start yet. But it's on the cards. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Martin, thank you. So sorry for your loss and your beautiful explanation of how you actually, I think it was so important. It shows people to you actually sat with the pain and the grief and felt warmth afterwards, not loss, not grief. You actually felt something better. And I think that's a very strong message that you've just sent to everyone, to be courageous enough to sit with that. So thank you so much. And like Niraj said, for the training, also, like he said about the community, it's really a big thing. I know it's online, but we have WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups where the instructors are talking amongst themselves, so you never feel alone. And within the training, we have live classrooms where you can come online like this, and you have classrooms with Niraj and with our other master trainers, and you feel part of the family, and you make a network of friends. You'll find out anybody who's near your area as well, any instructors near your area, and you can kind of like connect with them. So there's a lot of connectivity, just like we've shown here today. Your words from where you are in America has reached this community. And it's the same way with our training. You will feel immersed in it, so you won't feel alone at all. And then we have these trainings, 3-day trainings in Denver, in Thailand, wherever you feel like being in person that you can choose from. So if Amber will drop the link now for the retreats and trainings that you have open to you, and then I will let you know how there is a possibility of you becoming an instructor in this special competition we'll be running next week. So stay on, and that might motivate you to just sign up very, very soon. Okay, so hopefully see you amongst our instructors very soon. Thank you so much, Martin.
So I just want to read this message by Sarah, which is really a great point. It's a great motivation to let go of the past by showing us, and we feel how great, by showing us how great it can feel without that. So it's very true. Like, we can change our state very quickly, and we can create a bliss from within, and we can let go of a lot of things that we're holding on to in that moment, these experiences. And that can remind us what it feels like to not be in that drama. So, as you said, the desire to feel more and more of that and other stuff can fall away. So it's really beautiful. And that's one of the importance of coming to these practices to heal, because it changes your state. It gets you out of that trance that you're in and puts you into a higher vibration. And from there you can think much more clearly.
Right. And the potential to do so much more when you are more receptive and open is incredible, because if you think of how much energy you waste on thinking of negativity and how it actually stops you and holds you back, imagine you now work with what you have just opened. And that's why I said there was so much potential in this breath work that you just did, Niraj. Emma has written, that was so incredible and so beautiful. My heart feels huge and spilling with love. So can you imagine if you take that and you work with that, how much you can give? The ripple effect that you will then provoke is just enormous. She says she feels truly blessed to be breathing with us all as a collective. Much love, she says. So there's so many beautiful messages here. There was one very good one, which I'll look for whilst we invite Maya. Mia, would you like to join us here, please, and unmute? Welcome.
Hi, Mia, all the way from
Mia.
South Florida. I actually did the breath work and meditation out in the sun.
Nice.
And what was most special about it was I was doing it with my 13-year-old son out here with me, and he just actually went through a very traumatic experience where he was assaulted and battered by another student. So he's been home recovering from surgery for the last 2 weeks. And mid breath work, a lot of emotions started coming up, and I'm used to it because I practice breath work on a regular basis. So I know to shake and release it from the body or cry when I need to cry. But he's very unfamiliar with how to process traumatic feelings, and we had to pause for like a minute, and he said, "Mom, I don't like what this is doing to me." And I'm like, "What are you feeling? What is it doing to you?" He's like, "I'm feeling the impact in my eye again, and I'm feeling stomach ache, and I feel like crying." And to be able to tell him this is a safe space to feel all that in, and it's okay that you feel these things and your body's holding this trauma, and this is a safe way to release it. This is the power of breath work. This is what I'm trying to teach you, so you don't have to grow up to my age and have to work through this. You can real time now start healing this, so you become a powerful and an able and heart-centered adult and do better. He started crying immediately and just continued to almost the very end. And this is why I've been looking to become not only a facilitator, but a coach, because I actually want to bring this to the school setting. I want to bring this to our children who are going through so much and are being constantly re-traumatized by the world we're living in, by hurt grown-ups that have not been able to sit and process their own grief. And I'll be damned if this is a legacy we keep leaving our children. It's the repetition and the repetition of what our ancestors went through or what we've been put through. It is our job to sit and heal this and give a more healed and united and loving perspective to our children. And thank you. I really thank you for enabling that for me and my child today and for helping us through this breathwork process, such a difficult time.
Wow, that's so touching. Is he in a good space now?
He went inside because it is like 90 degrees out here.
Okay, but is he
But
okay?
yes, he went inside and he kept crying and like processing and he's like laying in bed now.
Okay, yeah. So he's going to need a lot of motherly love today, just
Yeah.
to help him through, because that can really close someone at that age. To go through that can really make someone have distrust of humanity and authority and so on. So yeah, there's a lot of healing that needs to be done there. And I think you're going to be a great mum to allow this, because not everyone has someone like you who's that awakened to support them through this. So much love.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mia, and happy Mother's Day to you for being such a
Yes.
strong and powerful mum to him. And I actually consider him really mature and brave to face and to actually cry, because I think the youngsters of today are more comfortable almost feeling resentment and anger than actually crying. Crying is like to be shied away from, hide, don't let anybody see. And I think that release is so powerful. And I can just picture you now going in and giving him a massive hug while he's in his bedroom. And kudos to you for wanting to bring it to the schools. It's something we really want to do. And a lot of instructors out there are actually doing that on the ground. So stay tuned as well, even if you want to go see your son. Actually, Niraj, can I tell them about what's happening next week whilst we have, because I know some people have to leave now because we have been going for longer as usual when it's with Niraj. We always say to keep more time. So let me just tell you this, Amber. We'll drop the link to you. But basically, because of exactly what you have said, Maya, it's Mental Health Awareness Week, and this is like the number one problem amongst our children as well, right? Not just the adults, like you said. And if they can deal with their issues now, what an amazing, strong adult population we're going to have, which is so much healthier, yeah, to run companies, to do what we do now without the baggage, right? So I'm just going to tell you about this promotion that we're starting next week. It's actually a competition in honor of our instructors, in honor of our teaching, really, and our techniques of what we actually want to do on the ground, what we want our instructors to do. And it's kind of giving back to you guys as well, because we know we need more instructors to spread the word, right? Because we want this, it's already global, but we need so many more of you. So we're running this competition, which is basically, let me share my screen with you. You have an opportunity to actually win one of the top training with us. That's our first prize in this competition. And then there are 20 second prize winners and 30 third prize winners. Okay, so this is an amazing opportunity for, if you have been wanting to become an instructor, to put your name down. You have nothing to lose, but make sure it is something that you want to do, because don't just enter the competition because, hey, I can enter this and win this prize, if you're not actually going to fulfill and take up the training, because you guys are so important to us. And seeing what we've just done here now, you have the potential to go and do that in your groups, either online or in person. And I actually wanted to share my page with you so you can see it. Let me just bring this up. And Niraj, do you want to say anything more about this raffle that we're doing, and how we're honoring mental health with this instructor training promotion?
I think you've covered a lot of it. So really, it's just a way for us to have more people who are trained to work with people with mental health issues, because that's something that's also lacking, is properly trained people with the right tools and techniques, and we certainly have all of that in SOMA Breath and a lot more.
So as you can see, it's very easy to enter the competition, your name and email address, and look out for all the details of how, oops, let me just bring you back and stop share. 1 moment, there you go. And look out for all the details, enter it. So all those who've already come on and spoken and said they feel called to become an instructor, this could very well be your moment. You know, you weren't expecting it, and this is how these things happened, synchronicity. So do enter. There's the link there for you. Are you able to take one more?
I think we can do one last one.
Yeah. So Vibhuti, I saw you smile because you know your hands up. I'm going to come to you. So would you like to join us here, please, and unmute? Hi there, Vibhuti, and welcome.
Hello.
Hi
Thank you
there.
so much, Niraj and Wilma, for this has really been a pleasure. I've attended many breathwork and always follow Niraj, and it's close to my heart. Today was a big relief because I have been married for 25 years, and it's always been a female, like giving to the family, giving to the children, and never been happy for myself. So always my left nostril was kind of blocked most of the time because I didn't know that I was blocking the emotional side of my feminine. So today I could literally see, feel, and open up my channel on the left side. And it was scary to come on the camera in front of so many people like you to even speak up. So I said, no, today this is the win for me. So I said, I need to speak up.
Nice.
So now I feel the both. I could feel the energy flowing. I open up my channels. I've been a breathwork coach, and I've been teaching. I've been spreading the awareness everywhere. And I have a college year in my area, the closest Cal Poly. And, you know, I feel like I want to teach the young kids because my boys are teenagers and they are going through the same thing. So sometimes I try to talk to them, you know, make them understand. But sometimes it's in California. I live in California. So Niraj or somebody, you know, somebody's coming here, we would like to do a live session because it makes it is a different feeling when somebody live is teaching here in this area, California. I'm live in a small town in San Luis Obispo. So my heart is still pumping to just speak in front of you.
You just said you were a breathwork instructor, and if you do our training, you could be that person who conducts the live session in your area and raises awareness. You know, and we have quite a few people here talking about their children and bringing it to school. So I just tell the instructors, someone's just written there is actually a WhatsApp group if you are an instructor. So if you are, just reach out to us and we'll get you connected to that WhatsApp group. But those of you who are writing in and saying, I've tried at my school and it's not working, or they're not showing an interest, what a lot of our instructors have done have just offered a free session just to show how powerful this is with no expectations. The children are not expecting anything. And it's the hardest thing, especially with adolescents, to get them to sit still and think that meditating is cool. But once they do the movement that we do, they hear the music that we have, that it's just an undeniable force that becomes attractive to them. So it's that staying power of going back and saying, look, can I just do a free session? If there's a fair going on, offer to do a session there where a lot of the parents are there as well, and just bring people together. So, you know, you could be that this is why we're doing this competition.
Actually,
so you could.
Why don't you come here?
Is there somebody there who could tell us more?
From California, yeah.
Yes.
She's from California. There you go.
Oh my God, we can be in touch then. Yay.
Yes.
Because I feel that you can be high without an alcohol, without a drug. You don't need all those stuff. I tell my, yes.
Our saying is get high on your own supply of breath, of oxygen. So look, you've got the talent to do this as well.
Because I never drank alcohol. I never did any drugs. So I know that feeling that people when they have alcohol and drugs, and like I said, you can have those same feeling without all
the
these
crash.
substance.
Yeah. Well, you two
Yeah,
connect.
we
I don't
went
know
to
what
the
your
next
name is.
level yesterday.
Mine.
Yeah.
What is
Well,
your
let's-
name? What is your name?
Sabiha.
Sabiha.
Do you mind having Instagram? Maybe we can share and we can be in touch,
I'll put
because
it
I
in the
like to.
chat.
Okay, I like to be a part of the, any breathwork session in future, because I like to commute and come to Niraj for the special, live sessions that he does. And sometimes I don't know in California who is coming
Well,
in, or
Sabiha's
because
in
I'm
California.
in California,
And she's
which
going to do
part?
stuff with kids.
Southern California.
Oh, so I'm in San Luis Obispo.
Yes.
All
So
right.
Sabiha's just written a message in the comments box. Maybe you can reach out through her through
Yeah.
that
I will.
contact
I'll
and
message
connect
you.
with each other.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Let me
Okay.
see.
Well,
Okay.
there we've just shown you guys how connections work, right? Just by turning up online, this is how it happens. And Vibhuti, we hope to see you on our Breathe Together Sundays every Sunday, with our other instructors too. Yeah, not just Niraj. Come along and see what our other instructors do as well. Okay. Hope to see you
100%.
around, Vibhuti. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
sharing.
So what is her name? I couldn't get it in. Is it in the
Sabiha,
chat?
is it Sabiha's iPhone in the comments box? She's written there.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you just click on her name, then you can write to her and connect with her.
Beautiful.
Okay. So thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for being brave. I hope that will also help you release by actually turning up and speaking here. So thanks so much. Niraj.
All right.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing session as always. Deeply, deeply powerful. Moved, if it moves the guy who's actually delivering the session, it just shows how potent that was for everybody. But what I like is the sense of energy that you have dosed us with. Right, it wasn't because a lot of people have been talking about their hearts and how the blockage and how painful it was. There was the word grief, sorrow, trauma in their comments, and yet there was still this energy that you allowed to flow in, the music allowed to flow in, we allowed to flow in. That is just, I hope that the whole community feels that and they actually work with that. Like I said, your intention and your attention, your energy will go where you're focusing. So focus on the good stuff, focus on what came out today and work with that, because the ripple effect afterwards is just, you've said, you attract the vibe attracts the tribe, or your tribe attracts the vibe, whichever way around it was, because of your energy. So I really do hope that this stays with you for days to come. This is not just a one-off, that you enjoyed today and then you switch off and don't do this again. So
Well, the homework is to, like, if you have any resentment, grudges, hate of anyone that's close to you from the past, like, the first thing is the people close to you is to try and let that go, because that will make you suffer internally and it can lead to even diseases. So today is all about letting that go first. Just practice on one person and see how it feels to just forgive. Don't forget, because people tend to do the same thing over and over again. And, but sometimes just forgiving from afar is enough, and letting go of that inner rage and fire from, being angry with other people.
Because at the end of the day, it only poisons you, right? Because that other person is just getting on with their lives and
yeah, or they're not even here anymore.
They're not
They
even
may have
aware of
died.
it. Yeah.
Or they may have died. It may be somebody,
Yeah.
a relative.
Yeah.
But
And
sometimes
the only
we hold on to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's time
I
to
heard a
release it.
saying that it was just that we were poisoning ourselves with the thoughts. Although you think you're projecting them at the person that's causing you the problem, you're actually just poisoning yourself. So just let that go.
Exactly.
Let it run out of your veins and out of your system. And
That's right.
just read out Esther's comment here, which I think is a nice way to close this. She says, "Thank you so much for this community session. When we focused on love, what came to me was the 3 C's. Communication creates connection, and connection creates community. But in order to get there, we need to have open communication and truly try to understand people who don't feel understood. Listen with our hearts more than our ears. This process starts in the home with our loved ones, then friends, then colleagues, community, and work outward from there on a national and global scale." So,
Agreed.
what you think is a tiny step is still a step. It's much better to move forward than stay stuck. So I hope you've really taken that message, to your core and do something with it. Do something with that. Do something with your positive energy. So Niraj, thank you again for all you do and for being
Thank
here with
you.
us, although you're out in Colombia, making us feel like we want to be there.
And thank you to all these amazing peeps in the back cheering me
One
on.
day I'll be there. Don't worry, I'm going to join you.
Yes.
I'll be there. But is there
For
anything
sure.
you'd like to say to close this?
Just be true to your heart, follow your truth, and really understand what that is. Every day, ask yourself the questions. Am I waking up enthusiastic for life and doing a hard day's work and being kind and compassionate to others, or am I feeling like I'm just having to do this and you don't even want to get out of bed? The moment you stop wanting to get out of bed, you lose that enthusiasm for life. That's the onset of disease, basically. So you want to ask that question every day and do something about it. Take action. Sometimes that enthusiasm dies because of holding on to something that happened, like that somebody did or you did, and not being able to overcome it. So think about love and passion and enthusiasm as a force, a life force. But ultimately, what you want to go towards is peace of mind. Then you can let love in and out, because it will inevitably come and go, and you'll be okay with it. So cultivating peace of mind is what we're all about. We call it the average perfect day, or average peaceful day technique, which is in our 21-day awakening journey. A lot of people do this course and completely transform their life. I highly recommend you do that. Give yourself a gift if you want, or a gift to your mother on Mother's Day. And yeah, I will see you at some point in the future, and maybe in Colombia right now.
At our next program session for sure, and obviously on one of our trainings or retreats. And you just hit the nail. I was just about to say this about taking action. Cynthia from Philadelphia says, "Thank you. I wish we could have SOMA Breath parties for schools and universities." That's exactly what we were saying. The I wish is take a step forward and do, right? Make it happen. You can make it happen with contacts that you have. Yeah, Niraj.
Let me give one little inspiring story. I don't know if this has got anything to do with what I'm talking about, but so I did a TEDx recently, and I prepared like crazy for it. I had speaking coach, we had a solid talk. It was really a lot of work went into it. And then I went there, did the whole talk, everything, and got a standing ovation. And then guess what? So the TEDx do the talks, and then they submit it to TED for approval. And guess what happened? Out of 5.5 years of TEDx Frankfurt doing TEDx, TED disapproved my talk.
Disapproved?
They disapproved it because they said it is medical advice on solicit, or something to do with, basically they didn't like my story. I'm a pharmacist, the drugs didn't work, and I found a better way. They just didn't like the fact that if I wasn't a pharmacist, if I was some ordinary dude off the street, I think I probably would have been accepted. But because I was actually a pharmacist, they didn't put it through. But guess what? I was a little bit upset, obviously. Like, that's inevitable. But I accepted it and just let it go. I just worked on letting it go, right? Because I was okay, well, it's clearly now I'm right. There is an agenda. TED is part of that agenda. And so what? Let's just create a better system. And I just focused on that. And guess what happened? Boom. Literally a few days later, I got invited to TEDx Austria, right? And they're like begging me to come and do a TEDx. And you're not allowed to they don't like you to do more than one, right?
Right.
Because especially within a certain, like if it's a few years apart, then it's okay, but not like straight away. So they reached out to me and I was like, well, looks like that TED's not happened, so I can do your one. And they were like, yes. So now I've got a second chance. And I think this is just the universe, right? It's like it plays games. But what I did get out of doing that preparation for Frankfurt was I've got a really, really good talk that blows people's minds and gets standing ovations. And it's a little bit controversial. So, like, fuck TEDx, right? And fuck that system. Screw them. We're building a better system. We're all doing it together. We're a community. We're a tribe. We're going to make it happen. And I'm going to go to TEDx this time. I'm going to make a very, very vanilla, watered down version of what I'm going to do that fits the.
You know what to leave out, right?
Yeah, but it will all work in our advantage. Trust me.
Yeah.
So much love, everybody.
Take that as a lesson, guys, right? One no does not mean no forever. There's something there around the corner which is better. So
I just think when you keep your heart open, like, magic happens. And since I've been doing that, since I lived in a Tantra community, which is where I learned a lot of this stuff, my heart just burst open, and like the amount of crazy opportunities I get now. The problem with this is, there is a problem, is you get too much choice. You get stressed out with the overwhelm of what do you choose.
What to choose.
Do you live on this island or this island? Do you live in this mountain or this city? You know, it's like, do you live in this mansion or this retreat center? You know, it's like crazy. It's wild.
Yeah, and I'm going to bring this back around to our training. Niraj can't be everywhere, so we need the instructors. So please, right? So please do try out this raffle. Right? I've known some of you here for years who have said that you want to become an instructor, but finance, has stopped you. So the prize is actually up for the master instructor transformational coach. There's one prize that will give you the whole course, and then there are the second and third prizes, which are equally just as good, where you can get it for much less. So please join that. If that's not for you, the retreats are there and our trainings, and also, Amber, if you could just drop in the 21-day awakening as well for anyone here who doesn't want to become an instructor but just wants to go deeper with anything that was opened up today, that you want to work in a small group with a master instructor and release and find out what your true potential really is, because it's there. You just need to let it out. So thank you so much, Niraj. Enjoy the rest of your
Happy
mountains.
Mother's Day.
Mountains
and thank
of
you so
hope.
much, Wilma, for yours. So much love for this community. Seriously.
Yes,
and
I do
Amber
love
as well.
our community. Come on, guys, let's all finish
Wilma
off.
and Amber, both of you.
Amber as well. Thank you so much for all your help, guys. Let's put this on gallery view so we just get everybody in. All right, everyone with your hearts there. Thank you so much, community, for joining us. Thank you, Niraj, and for everybody behind you as well. I think Orlando is right back behind you. Orlando, hi there. Amber told me he was there. So thanks, everyone, for tuning in. And if you have any other questions, write into support@somabreath.com. If you didn't quite manage to get the links or whatever, and join us next Sunday for Breathe Together Sunday as well. We have them on every Sunday, so you have no excuse to keep up with this practice. Take care. Raise that level of vibrational energy. Thank you so much, Niraj. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. Woo. Yeah.
Woo. Shall we all unmute now? And everybody, just let's hear you all. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care.